of our group meetings are probably entertaining, but like,
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, like 95 views. And I was like, that couldn't have been her, Sister Withers. I was like, 95,
Yeah.
95 views? Like, that's weird. So, did you do the prep work yet?
I did just the reading, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Did you get it? Did you understand it?
Some of it, and some of it not so much. So I was actually, that was my hope, was that I would be able to look through.
Yeah, for sure. I think I understand most of it.
Oh, yeah, lesson 10?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, lesson 10 I did.
Oh, okay.
I tried doing both yesterday.
Hey, that was my plan too.
Yeah.
I procrastinated and didn't get it done until 10
And I
minutes
only
ago.
read for lesson 10 and 11, but I wasn't able to get all of them.
I haven't even touched 11 yet. I got to do that tomorrow before I leave.
So if it's math, I can do it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Math
when it's
is
reading,
easy. When it's
like, and you're trying to figure out this and this and this,
Yeah.
I'm like, just give me an equation and let me fill in the numbers. I'm the same
Exactly.
way. Like, so a lot of times I'll skip the top half because it's like
It's a
concept
story,
questions.
yeah.
And I'll go to the bottom half and I'll figure it out. And then I'll go back to the top half and I'm like, oh, well, now this makes sense.
Right. And that's exactly
okay.
It kind of drives me up the wall because I don't feel like we really are taught in this. Well, I mean,
we're not taught.
Period.
Yeah.
You know? Did you already open the quiz?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. I just was going through it. I was like, well, I might as well use the time.
Well. Yeah.
Because I don't want to do my biology homework either, so.
Yeah.
Why?
There comes a point where you just kind of quit on life.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
hit
hitting
that.
that wall right about now.
I hit that about 22 years ago. And it's been a long haul, okay?
Yeah, I'm sure. Long haul.
Real long time.
Dang.
Have you seen The Office?
Yeah.
Remember when Michael's like, I hit a bit of it's Michael, and then who's the lady who comes in with the white hair from Texas? Anyway, she like ends up there and she's like, Michael, tell me what's going on. And he's like, well, I'm just kind of in a bit of a rough patch, like the whole year. And it's just like this awkward moment. It's like, okay, that's fair. Okay, so to do number 3, the mean margin of error.
Yeah.
The equation is just because this is just an equation, right?
So I was looking at the homework when I did that one. That one, don't you like multiply it? So you take the standard deviation divided by the square root sample size.
Yeah.
And then you have to multiply it by like 1.645.
So some of those too, I was not sure where they were pulling the random numbers from.
Like the 1.645.
Yeah.
So that comes from, so you plug in 90% in the area, and then that's the z-score. So that's what I got for that one. Multiplied it all together. I've just decided to use Excel for everything. I went to go get on my phone on my calculator, and I was sitting there, and Dennis's voice came into my mind, and I was like, honey, what are you doing? Why aren't you using Excel? And I was like, it's like, dang accountant.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just texted him, I was like, thank you. And he was like, what? And I was like, don't worry about it.
That was awesome.
I got a 1.26 for that one.
Okay.
Because you have 50 divided by 5, because the square root of 25 is 5, times, so 10 times 0. Wait, where the heck did I get 1.26? Hold on, don't listen to me.
Yeah.
1. Oh, that's it. So it's 1.645 times this one. So I got 16.45.
And that equation is
that's the one, this one, the 1.645 times the standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size. Z-score.
Is it always? Oh, sorry. Is it
no,
always
okay.
1.96, or is that's just because the probability output puts it there, right?
1.645 will always be for the middle of
645.
90.
Because it's the standard.
What? So if you type in 0.9 and you get this area,
Yeah.
this is going to be your z-score every time.
And that's what we're using here in the z-score.
Yeah, because it says find the margin error of a 90% confidence interval when the standard deviation is 50 and the sample size is 25.
So when it is asking me to find the margin of error for a 90% confidence interval, then I just do, sorry,
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm going to write it out.
This one is
That helps me.
the 25.
Yeah, so the sample size is 25. Let me make sure I'm doing this right too.
And the X bar is going to be the 90% or the probability output.
We don't use X bar in this one.
Okay.
It's just the
Just the second part of it.
Yeah.
Point.
I'm pretty sure.
0.126? Or is it just what's in between them?
Okay, so here I'll show you this one. So this is for 95% sample. And so what they did was they did two, so this is to get the high and the low. So you take your, this, whatever that is, that's like the starting number, and then -2 standard deviation over sample mean. And so X bar is just the number of what the average is, the mean.
Right.
And so we're just looking for the margin of error. We're just looking for that number that you add to or you subtract. And so we're not doing this whole thing yet. We're just doing
The 2.
But the 2, that's for 95%. So
And this is
that's 2
90%.
standard deviations. And so that's this 2 is that z-score, but because it's 90, it's going to be 1.645 instead of 2.
Right.
So I have
So 1.645
times 50 divided by 5.
So 16.45 is what it's going to
Like. And then number 4.
Is the second one. X bar is a point estimator of U. Or am I reading it wrong?
So the mu is the mean. And X bar, what's X bar? X bar is, wait, aren't they both the same?
The second and third.
Isn't X bar and they mean the same thing? They're both the mean.
They're both the mean, but one of them is like what they use to estimate for the other one. So
Oh, that's
the
right.
X bar is the second equation that we were looking at,
Mhm.
which is the like point estimate. I could be reading it wrong, but that's what.
So what you're saying is the X bar is a point estimator for the, I think it would be the other way around.
So point estimate, which is this, the X bar. So that has, well, at least I think that's the point estimate. So, and it's of the mean in the problems. So the point estimate of the mean is what I'm.
Okay.
But like I said,
We can submit it. I mean, we've got 2 tries, so we're good.
Man, what happened to everyone today? Huh?
For real. Well, Carly dropped the class, so there goes our number 5 try.
I know. What the heck? This is the second time she's dropped it? Wait, am I
No,
the right person?
Carly was the other girl, the bigger one with the husband.
She dropped it. No kidding.
Yeah, and Katie's the
Okay,
super
Katie's
tiny one
the-
with the roommate that always comes.
Interesting. I don't
Yeah,
know
she
why.
said her financial aid didn't come through, which
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, that is the worst thing in the world.
That sucks. So, That's a bummer, but it's life. I felt bad. I like deleted her from the group chat. I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, this is really awkward. Oh man. Okay, so number 5 says, what's the point estimate of a true GMAT score? So the point estimate is just X bar, right?
That's yeah, but I
526.
understand.
Okay,
So
I just put 526. And then
what is the margin of error? And that's the same thing that we just did, right?
yeah,
So it'd be the 1.960.
for 95%, they gave us a table. Where was that? They gave us a cute little chart. Okay, so for 95%, it's 1.960.
So did you already do the math for 6?
I did.
27? Or am I way off?
I got 28.25, but let me double check. Okay, so it's 1.960. And then you take the square root
64,
of 64.
which is 8, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's 113 divided by 8. And then that's times
Wait, 96.
20. I don't know how I do the math the first time around, but it's always wrong. Then I go through it again. I'm like, oh, duh. And I'm like, why did it turn out differently? Okay.
What is the lower limit of this confidence interval?
So for that one, we do 526 minus 27.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you're looking for the lowest confidence interval. So you take don't you take the margin of error and just subtract it? That's the X bar minus the number we just found in the X bar plus.
Okay. So the lower one would be,
Minus.
which would be 498
Mm-hmm.
and 0.315 then?
Yes.
And the upper limit is the exact same thing but plus.
Plus, correct.
And you got that one? Or?
I got 553.685.
Yes. What would happen to the width of the confidence interval if Gina increased the sample size?
So I'm just going to put sample size. Well, so say the sample size was like 100. So then it'd be 113 divided by 10. Let's just see what will happen. And then do that one times 1.96. So then the confidence interval would then be 22. So it'd be lower, so it would decrease.
So it would decrease because what's happening to the confidence, so the interval or the sample size increasing on that, like on the normal, like if the sample size itself, if it increased like a chunk of the sample, however it would go, it would actually decrease it just to bring it back down to closer to the mean, or?
I think so.
Does my question make sense?
If I'm understanding correctly, I think.
Yeah.
How I processed it in my head was if the sample size is getting larger, you have more data to look at, and so it's going to be more refined of an answer.
Okay.
If that's, I think that's what you're
That's
saying.
exactly right.
And that's what it's saying, because if you have only 113 samples, it's 27. If you have like 200. Wait, sample size, or what was 113? Where am I getting 113 from?
That was
113 is the standard deviation. So
Yeah.
the sample size was 8, and then I upped it to 10. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm not going crazy.
And then
So a decrease. So what would happen if the width of a confidence interval of Jana changed to 0.99?
So it would increase.
It would increase.
Yeah. So this is what I just did. I put in 99%.
Oh, okay.
And then
Because the
just took
z-score
this.
is bigger.
So this would
Is the
increase, right?
z-score 2.57? Yeah. So then.
So just seeing it out, the confidence interval or the width of the confidence interval would have to increase.
Increase. It'd be opposite of. Bright bulb light bulb company.
So clever.
Okay, wow. It's planning a study to assess the average expectancy of their light bulbs. They know that the standard deviation is 400 hours. They want a 95 confidence interval with a margin of error of 50 hours. What is the sample size that they need? Okay, so we need to work this backwards. So let's look at the
95% is 1.96.
yes. Have you already done the homework quiz too? Or did you just do the homework?
No, yeah, I just did everything up to the homework quiz,
Yep.
and then later I just go back and
Do the homework quiz. The homework quiz usually gets done about Saturday, about noon.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. That's about when I
Probably
roll around
exactly
to
when
it.
both
Like,
of them. Like,
oh,
I'll do
yeah.
the homework, I'll do the prep work.
The
I'm like,
homework's
okay,
done.
sweet. I actually know what I'm talking about. Like, compare. I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, now I have other homework that's like
Now I got
pressing.
a lot more
Yeah.
prep to do.
I'm like,
Oh,
if this
yeah.
ain't due until Saturday, I'm out.
I don't have to do it until Saturday.
Yep. That's how I feel.
Okay, so for this one, he needs
Interval with a margin of error of 50. So we're trying to convert the margin of error back into what? Or are we not?
so the margin of error is going to be, isn't that the 113 over the square root? Or is that the whole formula?
For sample size? Or margin of error, sorry.
Oh, wait. Okay, so we have 1.96, because that's the 95%
So we're trying to figure out what
over.
sample size is. So the square root of what will give us 50?
I believe so. And the standard deviation is 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking for the square root. But what's it equal to? I don't know how to do this one.
Hit 50, is that right?
Uh-huh.
So it'd be 16 point something. Maybe it's 17. No, maybe it's 15.
Oh, and it equals 50? Do it equal 50? So do 50 divided by 1.6.
There's got to be an easier way.
No kidding.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at this way wrong. So with the equation, essentially, would it be
How do the 50
and we have to
work?
solve for n? Is that right? That's a 400.
Yeah, and it
right?
equals 50. Because
Yeah,
50
it
is the
equals
margin
50,
of
that's
error. So then we have this. I got 246.
246. Okay, hold on 1 second.
If I did that right. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I think.
Okay, so how did you do it actually?
Okay, so yeah, it's super sloppy. So I pretty much did, so z over the standard deviation of the square root equals the margin of error. So I'm just gonna do that. So I did 1.96 divided over, and then I multiply the square root of n over, and this is like a 25.5, and then in 400 divided by 25.5, and then I squared it to get rid of the square root. So 400 divided by 25 is 15.68, and then that's the square root, and so in order to get rid of a square root, you have to square it.
So you say that n equals what?
Well, that's what we're solving for. So I've said that n equals 246.
246.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna do it forward and see.
That's a good idea. Do multiple.
246, that's what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting 60.
What?
62 point. When I put the
When you go
forward
backwards.
instead of 50.
1.960, right?
Yep.
I get 50, 49. So, okay, so I took 400 and divided it by the square root of 246.
You got 25.
400 divided by the square root. Yes, square root 246. 25.5 is what it rounds out to.
Okay.
And then 25.5, yeah, that's what I got, 49.9. Mm-hmm.
So is that going to work as an answer?
246, it should, yeah.
Okay. To the nearest whole number. Sweet.
Yeah. So what I got was 245.86. So I turned it to 246.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Delightful. Even.
Wouldn't call it delightful.
Well,
I literally
yeah.
hate this
The homework
kind of
sucks.
math.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
just give me some algebra and some trig and not geometry. I'm not a fan of that. But
I hate stats.
Yeah.
With a passion.
This is not my
It doesn't
forte.
make sense to me.
Yeah, me and my biology mind don't really like it. But I gotta take it, so I gotta deal with it. I'm just hoping to get a decent grade in it.
The
Okay.
mean salary of actuaries is U equals 100,000. And the standard deviation is 36,730. You're interested to know if the mean salary for women actuaries is different from the population mean. You're not sure if it is higher or lower. You set up a hypothesis test with the level of significance A equals 0.05. And
I hate when
your
they
null and your alternative hypotheses. You collect a simple random sample of 36 women's salaries and find that X bar equals 111,000. Use this information for the next 3 questions. What is the lower limit of this 95% confidence interval?
So why'd they include the hypothesis or hypotheses if we didn't need them?
Yeah.
It's trying to throw us off. So we need 100,000. Or no, we need 36
730.
Divided by, or do we? No, we just need divided by 6, because 36, the square root of 36 is 6. And then multiply
that
it.
is.
Really?
Yeah,
I love when that happens.
she's my favorite.
And then we multiply it by 1.960. Because for 95%. And then I take where do you live?
Somerset?
Oh, okay.
And you're where?
I'm at the gates.
The Gates.
What the heck? Used to be the Ivy.
How do you like the Ivy?
I loved it.
Right.
Way better than the Gates. The Gates just kind of sucks. The only thing I like about the Gates is they have an individual bathroom for each bedroom. So we have 3 bathrooms instead of just 2. But at the Ivy, it was never a problem.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Just real quick.
yeah.
When we are doing this question, the lower limit,
Mm-hmm.
so I get that 95% tells me that I need my 1.96.
Mm-hmm.
But then what am I doing? What is the equation to find out what the answer is?
That's the X bar minus the 1.96 times standard deviation divided by sample
Okay.
size of the square root.
This would be it. But it'd be X bar
Yes.
minus 1.960.
Yes.
And then the standard deviation over.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, you have to multiply all this together and then do X minus.
Okay. And then do we need 2 points for this or just 1 point
It
for this?
says round to the nearest whole number. But X bar.
Oh, for the lowest one, which is just the minus part of it.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm. For the X bar, it's 111,000.
And 6 times 6 is 36.
Mhm.
So it's 111. 1, 2, 3. Minus the 11,998. Did we get the same?
Yes.
And you got 99,001.
Got 99,002.
Yeah, because you rounded up.
Excel did it for me, but yeah.
Sweet. I like it.
I'll take it.
You're good at this. Seriously though.
Excel?
All of it.
Thanks. Excel is one of my best friends.
I don't even have a best friend, so that's pretty legit. So then I got the answer for the next one.
Okay, let's hear it.
13 is 122,998.
Yes, that's what I got too.
Did you though?
Mhm.
Or did Excel? I'm just kidding.
Well, Excel computed it, but whatever calculator it would have been.
Okay.
I'm the brains behind this operation.
I know, you really are. I know. I honestly.
No.
So here's the biggest thing: is like I've always been like that person in group projects where I'm like, okay, guys, see, okay, fine. I'll
I'll do it.
A ton, and then I come to this. I'm like, dude, I have no idea what's going on. I feel so bad because you are literally like you're all on your back. I'm not even.
No,
kidding.
it's
We
totally
seriously
fine.
are. I'm not even kidding you when I say like I literally pray for you because I'm just like thank you so much because if Madeline was not in our group, I know for a
I'd be
fact I would not have
struggling.
any idea what's going on in life.
Command F. That's all I have to say. Command F. I've mastered it. With my 3 online classes this semester, I've mastered it. Okay, are we ready to submit?
Oh, I had these 3 requirements.
Oh, all of the above.
Yep, that's what I was just
I was
thinking.
reading it and I was like, but we can only select one. And I didn't see that it was all the above. I was like, how? And then I was like, oh, wait, okay. Just take a breath.
So you're gonna submit it, or you want me to?
Yeah, I can submit. Submit. We got 100%.
Looking,
Sweet.
you're a genius.
You're a genius too. Takes 2. Well, normally it takes 5, but
Once in
No.
a while it takes 5. Not always. Not always.